He's Andy Gresh, part of our New England Nation team. Man, we've been doing this since August. You tired yet?
No, because I've been doing this for 20 years, for crying out loud. It went from it started with Patrick Little when he actually cared about sports. Now he's the anchorman.
All right, Andy Gresh, part of our Big Game Bound, New England Nation coverage, all that good stuff. All right, Patriots and Rams a week from Sunday. And when you talk about coming off the high of the Chiefs win, and we saw how ecstatic the guys were, are they going to be able to flip the switch like they always have?
Oh, no question. If there's one thing this team does, they're almost like people who are in the FBI. They deprogram and then they reprogram in a short amount of time. You always hear of those people who are on these long missions and they bring them in for hours and they just deprogram their brain. These guys, literally, it's like unplug and then let's plug it back in and we're starting new like they're robots. So, Yianni, the one thing I don't worry about is their ability to handle the prep, the week, and then the emotions on game day. All these guys, for the most part, have been through it before. New England knows how to handle it. Meanwhile, in L.A., Jared Goff in pregame for throwing that thing up in Section 340.
Now, when you talk about the Patriots and going into this game, Tom Brady, the veterans, Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, they're all relatively healthy. This is the first time even last year, Gronk had concussion. 2011, he had the ankle. Obviously, he missed a Super Bowl. The Falcons won. So is this as healthy as they've been in this Super Bowl run?
Oh, no question. And I think you look at your big players, right? I don't think of the backup guys or the depth guys. I don't care if Brandon King is hurt, but I care if Matt Slater's hurt because that's a star and a stud and a guy on special teams that you need. And it's amazing, Yianni, that Bill Belichick and crew always find a way to get their teams healthiest at the end of the year. That's why a game in November where you're like, why didn't so-and-so play? Well, it's an extra week of rest. They're taking care of those guys to get them to the end of the season. And I think they've done as good a job as they have in any year prior in getting right and getting healthy for the Super Bowl. The difference is, in other years, there was maybe a little more talent in the cupboards, whereas here, there's a lot more A-, B-level players on this team. But that's why they may go up and they go down, but they don't dive up and down like a roller coaster.
On the heels of that, the NBA is a flip-a-switch league. LeBron, all right, it's playoffs. I'm going to try hard
20
now.
games regular season. Here we go. Let's start playing.
NFL's not really like that. That being said, they didn't look great after Miami and Pittsburgh and then Buffalo and Jets, and we were kind of poo-pooing those games. But really, since then, they've become the team they are now. So are they continuing to get better? Is this the best they've played all year?
Yianni, I don't think Miami was the wake-up call. I think Pittsburgh was the wake-up call where it was, okay, wait a minute here. This is a playoff team, and we got beat like this. Something isn't right. Health is a part of it. Getting that O-line right, catching the bye week, thank you, Houston, was a big part of getting that O-line right. And to me, that's the position group that benefited the most from the rest. But I do think, they are getting better. They're getting more confident. I don't know if the execution is necessarily better, but I think in critical situations, the old situational football, they're really good right now.
Last one, and I heard this on the radio. I forget which station. I was stealing it from someone. If that pick, there's no offside by
D Ford.
Yep. 3 picks for Brady. They come up short. What are we talking about if they lost that Chiefs game? Brady retiring, Gronk retiring, what are we talking about?
No, I think we would have been talking about everyone galvanized to come back to not let it end that way, especially Tom Brady because of the 3 interceptions. The Gronk one in the end zone, he forced it. The other one hit some hands, so you can cut him some slack on that. And then what would have been the third one was not a great throw. But again, it feels like the Brady interceptions are off of throws that are just off the guys trying to get their hands on. We probably would have been talking, the narrative would have been, oh, look at Brady, he's washed up. When it really, come on now, I think everybody who's a normal, sane, thinking fan could see that the guy is still really good at what he does. But I think it would have been more of, is it the end of the dynasty? Because everybody's dying to make Pat Mahomes the next big thing in the NFL.
All right, Andy Gresh, part of our New England Nation big game coverage on throughout the week and next week leading up to the big game.